right, the guys in the room, we've got an interesting pathway right here. So there's a fork in the road, and I'm going to ask you where you want to go down this path. This is not a
I wanted to go back onto the food debate because, you know, I think we have...
Food is gone. Food is gone.
You're not convincing me about cake.
We talked about food.
I was going to say Somali food, and I would like to, you know, to bring back an opinion that people are against and some are for. When Somali people have food with banana.
Okay, food
with banana.
Okay. We're gonna give you. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes.
You do like slicing the banana.
No, listen.
Or you just like eat your food and have a banana.
For those that don't know in the Just Opinion Guy world, right? This is a running theme and it's a joke, right? Amongst my friends, I've got a lot of Somalis in my clique. 2 are right here, right? Somali people eat banana with everything. Yeah, if they could eat banana with Kellogg cornflakes, my nigga, they will eat banana with Kellogg cornflakes. And it's with every single meal. So it's a running joke, yeah, right? A running joke that's based on a little bit of fact, yeah, right? Where did banana, the importance of a banana become essential to a meal for Somalian culture?
In agriculture. We grow this stuff.
Fair enough. That's legit answer.
That was an easy one.
But
it's honestly, it's amazing how many people try having a banana now with some of their foods. You know.
No, but you talk about like slicing
so
banana.
So basically, let's say you have rice.
Bro, I used to
rice and banana
and rice. Banana.
So you have let's have you have a
plantain is a different conversation.
No, banana with my rice and stew. I needed a banana with it.
Okay,
Here's
another example. Get rid of the rice. John bought rice. So let's have pasta bolognese. Now, Italians used to rule us Somalis, so pasta bolognese.
They were just there.
Yeah.
Communists.
Can't fuck with us. Anyway,
they brought Italian food to us.
Yeah.
And Somalis love Italian food. So, but we did not forget about our banana. So with our pasta bolognese, there will be a piece of banana on the side.
Do you know what? Was that like the revolution?
Okay, so that's
you can take our mind, you can take our hearts,
you have it with your food as you eat.
Okay. But you know what, yeah? Abdi, I can respect. From the time it's like, because I know most food and dishes based on your country is based on what you grow naturally.
Yeah, sure.
So I can respect that. When you said that we grow a lot of it, there's nothing for me to say. I mean, I might agree to disagree, but the point is, let me try it first. Because
I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll try it. This is part of the culture.
And I don't think you can. It doesn't matter if you have Somali food with it or your own food with it. Just try it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna guide us down another route. So, 2 interesting situations have happened. I want to say in the space of a month.
Well, banana related.
No. But and I want to get you guys' take. It's the new stance that religion is taking on recruiting people into religion. Now, I'm going to explain it like this. Many, many years ago, when I was a young man in my early 20s, right? Maybe like 20. Let's go with 20. I was at my cousin's house and there was a thing called in my late teens. There's a church still called KICC. It's a Pentecostal church. Like, bare man go to it. Bare enough man go to KICC. Right? And then I was like, they had a youth division. And I was like, I spoke to my cousin Rena at the time. And I was like, look, it's just for people to go to church, isn't it? To go chat up girls, like the youth division. And she was like, listen, what you don't understand is this. It doesn't matter how you get to God, yeah? As long as when you get there, you're there, right? So it doesn't matter whether your sole purpose is, you've seen some buff girls at church. But if you get there, then you're able to soak yourself up. Eventually, God, you're going to get that spirit in you. And then the reason why you went there, it's not going to be the main focus because you're going to be immersed into the culture. And to a certain degree, she was absolutely 100% real. But now, I have seen an aggressive campaign in the last month, and I'm gonna explain to you. So I was on my way to uni, right? 2 girls. I was at the bus stop, got off the train at Hatfield Station. I saw this girl. She looked like Latina kind of complexion. I saw her, I was like, oh, she's pretty. She was with this Asian chick. And she was watching me hard. She was watching me so hard, I was like, I got a little bit nervous. So then I pretended like I was looking at my phone. And then eventually she came up to me and she said, oh, do you know how to get to where? I was like, oh, man, I'm a seasoned professional at this time. I was like, she's trying to drop some bars on me. So I was like, yeah, you need to get this bus. I'm like, I'm going in the same direction. You're going to get off the stop before me. And then she was like, oh, do you live around here, whatever? So we're talking, right? So I'm talking to her. I'm like, where are you from? She's like, I'm from Brazil. Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. She's from Brazil. I was like, I looked at the girl. She was
other positive working at airport.
She
is
was
the Brazilian girl.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah, you might need to line me up. Yeah. But yeah, continue though.
She was absolutely stunning. And I was like, this is not real. Like, how am I going to get chirped by this Brazilian girl in the middle of Hatfield on my way to university? This is too good to be true. So then I'm talking to her while I'm starting to fall in love. She then goes, I then look, she has a badge on her chest. And I know it's a friend that's got it. And then I saw it was like, something to do with Jesus Christ, something. Immediately, I was like, these are part of the church. And I was like, okay. So then I'm talking to her, I was like, she's like, I'm a missionary. Like, I've been here for 6 months. And blah, blah, blah. I'm based out in Enfield. We're rare, but we're going to something in like Hatfield. I was like, okay. I was like, missionary. I was like, but you come on to me on a chat, like on a chatting up vibe. So I was like, obviously you're on it. And then anyway, we're on the bus, we're talking, and just before I stop, I was like, this is your stop. She's like, let me get your number so like, I'll call you and then like we can like hang out and blah blah blah. I was like, of course, no worry. Right, so I speak to my homie after this. He's tripping. He's like, I don't understand. I was like, he told me this, but I didn't believe him at first. He goes, it's the church trying a new way to gain members. She goes, so they're out here, church city mans, chatting up dudes to try and get them in the church. And I was like, no way, it's not possible. He goes, when I put my number in her phone, right? She had the old school 3210, like them old school joints. Yeah. And then my friend goes, yo, that's the community church phone. I was like, no way. I was like, no way. She gave me a number. I was like, no way. So then obviously 2 days later, I didn't get a call. So I called her back, right? And guess what? I need to tell you something. That was the phone of 2 people. It was like, hi, this is Sister Monica and Sister whatever's phone. I was like, oh, it was the church phone she gave me the church phone, which made me believe, it's a fact. Wow. That is the way the church is trying to recruit. Second story, last week, me.
I can explain
right?
this.
And then these
I think you have to start the build up.
Well, no. We're not going to go there. We're just going to talk about, because I want to go for specific.
Yeah. So that part you're talking about, that's an off-camera conversation.
Okay. Right. So they were really enthusiastic, right? Evangelical church people. We were in Liverpool Street area. There's an area we call the Tent. We drink outside before we decide to go to a restaurant. It's like a pre-drink spot, right? So this is like 10 at night. And then about 10 people. We're not going to talk about our gay Somalian uncle that came along, random dude. We're still family, right? Forget him. Yeah, we might get into that later. Right? But there were like 10 of these evangelical church girls that come and go like, Jesus Christ loves you. But what I noticed is one of the girls, she used the chatting up line on me. She's like, yo, I need to take your number so we can build. Maybe you have great energy. Like, I feel like you got something that you can offer. That, I'm a definitely call you, and then we can meet up And then
But one I'm
after
saying as well, I love your spirit.
John has captured her so well, you wouldn't even believe.
It was the approach that I liked, though.
So now between these two stories that happened in a month, yeah, I want to know your take. Is the church, yeah, or religious institutions now going, you know what, we're on the decline? Or let's go with the church. Let's go with Christianity, Catholicism, right? Because Islam is still like, yo, we're out in these streets. Yeah, Christianity's going, we losing this game. Yeah, right? So now, it's like the church using chatting up men as a tactic to get more followers
One thing I
into
will
religion.
say, to answer your question, Christianity isn't so much the issue, but it's Christians. The issue that most people about religion is how human beings have applied the teachings of any religion. In regards to Islam, Muslims apply more of what's actually there, to my knowledge anyway, compared to Christianity, where a lot of stuff is widely picked and chosen based on what you wanted to do anyway. So in regards to radical Islam, that's just a faction of Muslims who basically want to take it out of the world anyway, but they're just looking for reasons in the Quran to give them justification. Whereas with Christianity, we're looking for justification just to do fuckery anyway. Like, you know, we're not even looking for that. Yeah, you know what it's like. So
that's really looking for the cheat code.
Yeah.
So we can fuck 5 bitches.
Yeah, so it's almost like amongst Christianity, it's almost seen like as long as your intentions is for the Lord, you can do whatever the fuck you want in regards to recruiting people. And let's be clear, because I feel like a lot of these places that say they are churches, which is a great area, a lot of them kind of move like sales companies in regards to like, yo, this is our quota, this is how much we need.
That's deep.
So literally, and in the game of sales, women, not all women, but a lot of women use their sexuality. Because women are sick of this anyway. Remember we spoke about it before, where women in just a normal interaction, that oftentimes we can get a girl based on offering something that will happen. Whereas women can twang men based on giving you a chance. You believe that you have a chance is almost enough for man to act up. Rather than, no, I'm going to actually get it. So my question is, my point is, I don't think you've got training days where these churches say, cool, this is the finesse move you need to pull off with it. You need to pull your cleavage to this particular angle, do this. I just think it's whatever works for you, by all means. Always need this is the number we need. So I feel like women, they're around people who, and this is the thing, the same question we asked ourselves, I like to ask ourselves, what would you do if people treated you a little bit differently because of your looks? What would you try and do? A lot of times people do stuff because they can. So like, I'm actually dead as a human being, but I'm being tolerated because of the fact I'm alive, or I'm free and whatnot, I got money. So based on that, I can't even blame them too tough. And to be honest with you, any girl that was approached with a Christian thing, I would just have to assume, look, sex after marriage. I just have to assume that. No, real talk like that. Sex up, same way trying to draw a chicken, why she like to draw a stripper while she's working. She's just seeing you as a client rather than a person. So I remember, this is a complete sidebar, I remember I had a legit chance. I thought, a girl who was selling me internet, I thought I had a legit chance with her, fam. And I still got internet to this very day, yeah? I got internet at my house, yeah, because of her. So I shout out to her as well. And I'm just thinking, cool, I'm drawing the number anyway. I'm going to get this broadband thing. Not because of her, but I need broadband, didn't it? And there was a thing where I was thinking, okay, she's just doing her job, but she might happen to actually be into me. And then things slowly just not.
We've all had that. Mine is the Royal Society of the Blind.
So, and I know for a fact as well, from doing fundraising, a lot of like women find it very easy to sign up men in anything. So a lot of times this whole church thing, they treat it like it just sells. It's just sells for the righteous rather than, sells, period. So it's almost hard to know whether her intent is real or not in that situation that you had.
Bring it into you guys.
Well, coming back to that evening, we were together.
Okay. This is a famous.
If it's a recruiting thing, the church works 24/7 because that was at midnight, at Tuesday night,
Yeah.
a drinking session. This is, I mean, like that's why I say you should build it up a bit because honestly, it was really late in the evening, and it was just the way they just approached it. They were very nice, and I didn't like some of the opinions of the two random people that came, but other than that, I come from your point as well. I saw a program. I listened to a program on the radio, and we're talking about how these pastors and these priests were making money from the churches. But I mean, I can understand
tax-free.
Yeah, making money, to build up the infrastructure, and all of that. But rolling with Range Rovers and all of that, and then just think, and people were doing it just because they think they will get some good back as well. But at the same time, are they going into people's minds thinking, you know what, we're going to make money either way, but let's just make them feel happy that that money that they get in does something for them. And that's where I completely disagree. I think you should just tell the truth from the beginning. But
this is the thing as well, because they say that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So in regards to some of these people, don't get me wrong, there's churches out there with priests or pastors who this is a hustle to them. But they may not necessarily started out that way. Yeah. They might just realise, man's getting all these peace on this thing.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man's going in. You know what?
Intention, if the intention is good, that's fair enough. But I just think there's always some hidden agenda, and that's the...
But that's... To touch on that, us humans are naturally very perceptive. So when we feel grease, we just feel like someone's trying to twang me here. We all got that idea, and they say a great salesman should leave a person never feeling twanged. The point is, a great salesman should be able to say, this is not for you. I'm not even going to try and sell you this. It's not for you. And it's just about finding the opportunity with the person who that opportunity is going to work for. So in regards to sales, I feel like people got too focused on the numbers, so they tried to force the issue. But at the same time, touching on your point, I feel like born again, I feel like that faction of Christianity is almost by design for recruiting the rude boys or the gal from the get, like, you've done so much badness, they need to come full circle. And I believe everyone deserves a chance to go on the righteous path. So I would never discredit those things. The problem I do have is the idea when you might have the pastors, like the idea of a mega church for me is almost an oxymoron. The idea that you might have people come to your church, you don't really have that much, and you have so much. Cool, you can have so much from giving to people, but by instinct, you should be sharing a bit more of that, or at least inviting people in to tell me jobs.
Humility.
Yeah. So it's a thing where at least offer people, and again, I'm not saying any priest with money deserves to be scrutinised. No. But my thing is, I'm with you. A lot of them are running it like businesses, Ruben.
No, they should be scrutinised because they're selling salvation. And then they're saying, of course they should be.
You're not even selling it. They're shorting it. They're shorting that.
You have to be aware of the men in robes who roll around with keys. Of course, what are they selling? They're profiting of, you going to heaven and all of that, and, the afterlife, and you just feeling, so this is why people send money. They're like, look at my success. No, that's success, yes. The thing is, that's not really success. The thing is, without generalising, because I hate generalising, not all of them are the same, you see what I mean? But usually, from that night, there was 10 of them. Each of them had a different approach. Yeah, each of them had a different approach.
Okay.
All right? Some were the humble ones, some were just very this is our ideas, Jesus loves you, he died for you.
One looked like John Lewis, and one they were all black apart from one white you or Moroccan you or whatever. Yeah. And he literally was a smooth R&B guy.
Yeah.
He was like, no, can I pray for you guys?
He slid in.
Yeah, yo, who talk?
No, literally, he slid in.
And just imagine Justin Timberlake preaching Jesus Christ to you. That was what he was doing. Literally.
And then exactly like that. The way he came in, smooth. The others, some were giving us dumb example. What if you were to jump over a building Like some, like ice melts. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, you're insulting my intelligence, really. Now, the thing is, you can believe anything you want to believe. Now, if you want to share that belief with me, show me by your actions and all of that, and share it and be on your way. But by coming in like very aggressively like that and saying, Jesus, do you know Jesus loves you? Yes, what love in what context? Love as in a human between a human. The thing is, I think human beings always have done this. They would get a message or something from their maker, and then they would humanize it. They would have to turn it into human form or with love and all of that.
I want to touch on your point because...
So I always felt, really?
Because another thing as well, I'm trying to cut you off. Yeah. I always feel like human beings, we're masters of talking about things that we know nothing about. Like we know it. Like we know everything. Because people were talking with that same confidence and bass in their voice when the earth was so-called flat. Then when it's proven to be round, it's like, So it should be more framed on what you choose to believe in terms of feelings and whatnot. And I'm with you as well, because I feel like a lot of Christianity, they're quick to try and impose their beliefs onto you. And I feel like if everyone truly followed their religion, the thing you should be hearing out of everyone is, let's agree to disagree afterwards.
Yeah. I mean...
So anyone just...
Carry on.
Yeah, so anyone that was literally to say, cool, this is how it is, and you say, no, I disagree, you might offer a reason why, and then you can agree to disagree. Because the way man would look at you like, you're going to hell, but you know what? Cool.
But the thing is, nobody knows. That's what I'm saying. Everyone thinks, so faith is faith, it's there. Because if somebody was to, I wouldn't go say to an atheist, and then they will tell me, prove to me God. No, bro, ain't my job. You know what I'm saying? Good luck to you. I think there's a God. Prove to me that there isn't one.
Yeah.
Then we'll be at deadlock. You know what? Enjoy your life. I will. Later on, we'll find out. If we all die and nothing happens, hey, I don't lose anything. But if I'm right, hey, I wish you all the best.
Yeah, because I can't lie to you. In terms of my thoughts on atheism, there's too much evidence for me.
Guys. We're going down a rabbit hole.
No, I'm not atheist. I'm just saying there's too much evidence for me to believe in God or a higher power.
I hear what you're saying.
There's too much
I
evidence.
hear I've got to be the chairman on this one. I said, was the last point, and we're going into this, right? Okay? It's really good that we can get into a religious debate. It started off from gash to religion, and I like that.
Women, sir. Women, they are not gash, they are women, sir.
I'm tripping.
Shout out to all my strong women. Stand proud.
Wakanda all day. Woo! Yeah? But
they were bossing it.
We got to wrap this up soon. So we're going to go on to this last interesting topic subject.
On the day of this production, just want to mention to John that we beat Liverpool.
And we're not even going to talk about football.
We said Man United.
Jose Mourinho is a don. But an interesting scenario I want to put out to you guys, and then you guys can unpick it. So there's a person that I know, and he was out recently in the last, I would say, 6 weeks. I'm not going to say when in the 6 weeks, but it was out in the last 6 weeks. And there was a girl who met this girl in a bar, right? Mm-hmm. And she saw him and she latched onto him. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're so amazing, blah, 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 blah. She was on him. There was a big group of girls, but she latched onto this particular friend. And she was like, I want to fuck you tonight, blah, 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 blah. I want to fuck you tonight, and all of this. But my friend was taken aback, and he's like, you know what? I'm not really about just fucking the girl straight away. But she's like, I want to sit on your face and all types of stuff, right? So when my friend was like, he had to create an excuse. He was like, you know what? It's Mother's Day. I can't, because he wasn't trying to be rude, and it wasn't that he wasn't attracted to her, because he told me he was very attracted to her. It was just like the aggressive forwardness of the situation was a little bit too much for him, and then
it almost felt like it was too good to be true.
He went to the toilet, and then he came back and she was talking to another guy, and then she came back after about 5 minutes, like, I don't want to talk to this guy, but the fact that you're telling me we can't fuck tonight is getting me on my nerves. I don't want him. And she mugged off this other guy. She's like, I want you. How are we going to fuck tonight? She was like, and I quote, I will not even talk to you in the morning. You don't have to worry about cooking me breakfast or talking to me. I will leave and catch my own cab just as long as you fuck me tonight, yeah, right? And it's like, I can't, rare. Mother's Day and all of that stuff, creating excuses so he didn't have to. Because he's like, he's not really feeling that, straight away fucking vibe, because he's a gentleman. So then she was like, huh? Then hold up. I'm gonna land in a second with the story. Then she was like, you know what? So if you're not fucking, then you know what? Just leave me alone. Just forget about it. Just forget. You know what? Fuck off. No. If you're not gonna fuck me tonight, then fuck off. Bro, he's like, whoa, calm down. I told you, I'm not really, my mother said, she's like, no, I want to get fucked tonight. I want you to fuck me up. I'm so attracted to you. You're so sexy and all of this shit. And then her friend comes over, right? And she's like, is this guy bothering you? And she's like, yeah, he's bothering me actually, blah, 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 blah. I was like, whoa. You just wanted to have my dick in your small intestines 2 seconds ago. And then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave. And she's like, yeah. Her friend was like, yeah, I think you better go, you're bothering my friend. Now, the interesting thing about this story is, if I reverse the roles, if a guy was to go to a girl and do the exact, reverse the guy to the girl and the girl to the guy in the situation. If a guy was to go, I just want to fuck you tonight, I want to fuck you tonight, and then all of a sudden turn around and goes, you know what? Fuck off, mate. You know what? I don't even want nothing to do with you because you're not going to fuck me tonight. Do you know your way to say fuck off?
I tell you what will happen first.
What would happen in that situation? And how would that look in that situation?
I tell you what.
Open it up to the full.
Like that girl, her homegirl came to find out if she was all right. I don't think a man will come and say, are you all right? That's the number one thing. I think a friend will say, oh, well, look at him. He's doing really well. He's having a good time. He's getting big. Exactly. You wouldn't think twice about it. But if it was reverse psychology and it was the man that he would be out of the place straight away. I don't think he would make it the evening.
Because
I don't see how that will last so long, because the story you're telling me, that lasted forever. And I'm sure the guy will not back down easily either, because obviously he might get a result, but her aggression is a bit scary.
With a man, normally in that context, he would be down to fuck. Whereas with a girl, it could be like, no, I'm not involved at all. So it's a different one. As far as how he responded, because we was talking about mentally unstable, and emotionally unstable chicks. Mm-hmm. Exhibit B, she is. And it's with them type of chicks, you can end up beating and then literally you don't even know what's gonna happen the next morning, whether she's got a man to line you up, whether she's gonna move she's never seen you before, I was raped, you put some on my drink. So I can understand him being a bit cautious. I just think, yes or no, you have to do it with conviction. If you're gonna say no to her, do a hard no. You know what? For me, I'm gonna go, God bless you.
But
don't even hang around.
In the reverse, if a girl was to act like the man in that situation,
honestly, my first instinct would be,
I feel like she'll be judged differently.
I don't think.
Because you know what it is, right?
The man would be the man would be judged differently, because if a man was like, oh, you know what, I want to fuck you, I want to put my cock in your mouth. She was saying the exact same things, but with her vagina, and then when it didn't work out in a way, in the end, even though you were lips up and all that, the man goes, fuck off me.
But the thing is, right?
Tell me how that looks.
The point is this: can a woman force a man to have sex with her without him being aroused at all? No. But when a man can have sex with a woman without her being aroused at all through force. So with us, we can be partially raped unless you just use a strap on. You could be like, my partial rape, I mean partial rape is I'm attracted to her, but man's got a wife at home, I'm trying to be good. But she literally chained me and put drugs in my system. But you know, that literally, so that's partial. But the point is, a woman cannot be aroused at all and still get penetrated. And because you've got so much history of abuse from the man abusing the woman, it's a completely different context. However, and it's almost like it's almost like the same with domestic abuse, where a woman domestically abusing a man is considered different and almost allowed. And it's weird because a lot of feminists or people who claim to be feminists, they say they want to be treated equally. But to treat someone equally would be...
so serious.
If a woman did the same thing you're talking about, she should be treated the same same way a man would have been treated if he's been bothering someone. But come on, you think about it, but we're all kind of tall here, innit? Imagine you getting pressured by a 5'5" chick. And you're saying to Abdi, I need help, you know.
Mental pressure, man. But back to your point, John, the thing is, I think what it is, a girl gets that all the time. As soon as she hits puberty, every motherfucker that she meets is trying to fuck her. Now, they do it, some guys do it more finessely. They'll be like, hi, how are you? My name is so-and-so. But don't you think they'll be walking down the street one day, and a guy will be like, hey, you! And then she'll be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, do I say hello to him and encourage him? Or do I walk on? So sometimes she's like, oh, how are you? Good. Yeah, you know, and then the conversation moves on really quickly. So what, we fucking rare. What does she do? And you have sisters, right? So what does she do, really? But if she keeps walking, the guy will be like, fuck you then, you're a slag, you're this, you're that.
Because I can't lie, yeah?
No, so they get that all the time. Now, the thing is, I never make excuses for people. Now, whatever experience you go through, because I've been through it when I've just been to people, hi, how are you? Oh, no, listen, I've got a boyfriend. And you're like,
congratulations.
Fucking hell, I've never come like that. But then now I have to start thinking, I don't know whether that's me growing up or that is the environment that I live in, that I have to check, maybe she's gone through, a bad experience today. But sometimes I don't want to do that. I'm like, fuck, I was nice to you. Shit. Why are you being a fucking bitch to me?
The worst ones, they try, the ones that you, to touch on your point, where they'll be like, well, because of what I've gone through, I should be able to talk to you like shit, but you can't do that back to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if I've gone mad on you, and then you go mad on me again, I'm all of a sudden mad confused. Huh? And that's another thing certain women should do as well. Talk to men like there's a chance you can get slapped. Treat everyone with respect. Don't be talking to a man like, yo, he's not going to slap you or punch you.
Anyone can get punched in the face. There's a famous saying, I've said it on this podcast, it's not my saying, chat shit, get banged. Yeah, right? That can happen to anyone, women or man. Do not think you're excused from this situation just because of Western culture and society tells you, that, oh my gosh, you shouldn't hit a woman. Majority of the world does not think the same way. So if you look at majority rules, you're actually in the minority. And where that custom actually comes from is you should not be picking on the weak. It doesn't mean on the woman. So if a man is physically weaker than another man, you should not be picking and abusing that man. So when women are physically weaker than men, because not all women are, bear that in mind.
Yeah.
So,
somebody's MMA girls,
you shouldn't really be trying to use your physical prowess to dominate that person because that's just whack. But the same goes for man. But understand, if someone acts up and acts out, the famous saying implies chat shit, acts bang, get banged. But in this situation, I want to get back to, and I'm going to give the last comment on this, and then we're going to wrap up this podcast. It's actually been really fun, guys. The woman was the aggressor in this situation. Yeah. She was like, I want to fuck tonight, blah, blah. And then she was like, you're not fucking, then fuck off. If a man said that to a woman, wouldn't he be judged as a wank?
Of course, yeah. But the thing is, I would...
But the thing, so what I'm going to say, context is different.
Yeah.
Let's speak on the context.
Because I think abuse as well is different. The thing is, everyone's talking about size and everything like that. At 5 foot, say, a girl's really short, if she has the mental power, she can abuse somebody mentally. And to be honest, yeah, I think what it is, when you get banged in the face, yeah, that will heal. But if you get mentally abused, yeah, that will stay with you forever. It's really hard to get out of your mind.
Fair point.
So the thing is, I think what it is, we tend to, when it comes to the male being aggressor, we look at size, and all of that.
None of us are.
But we never really look at, the mental abuse that for them to take. Because I've seen people who really can't snap. And then you're like, what? Man snapped. What the hell happened? Yeah, and those people are just cool as well. Now, certain girls as well, they go through that every day. Now, certain mans here, the way they approach, sometimes, you're walking and you feel ashamed because you're like, all right, you know what, you got your own game, I understand that. But if it doesn't work here, walk away like a champ. You see what I mean? The more you bicker and be like, oh, you fucking bitch, rah, 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 the more you look less of a man. Now, if I had a sister or a mother, like, you know what I mean? I always think if I have a daughter, and so what do I tell her? Mm-hmm. What do I tell her? Like, seriously, she's walking on the street, somebody goes, hey, you! Now, in my mind, if I was in her body, I would be like, okay, is he asking for direction? Do I be rude? There's so many thoughts going through your mind. Now, like, what can I tell her? It's a case by case.
For me, the thing I say for start, sorry to cut you off, is my name ain't or you, so I just carry on walking. That's what I'm teaching my sister, my daughter.
But they can't know your name. That's what I mean. How do we approach each other?
No, the only time you should turn around is excuse me. That's it. Or hello or hi. But hey yo, babe, carry on walking. Oh, they're not talking to me. Carry on walking. The same way, you gotta set the tone. Any person you meet, whether relationship or otherwise, set the tone. How you want to be treated from early. And then from there, everyone will follow suit. If they don't follow suit, cool. I think the difference in this situation was, if it was role reversal, a girl would have kind of given him the hard no in some way, shape, or form. But because your boy was like somewhat still entertaining it, but it's like, let's slow down. That's why I said either you give her the hard no or you take her to the right now. Because you literally go straight to your yard or her yard. Because in a situation that is like, raw, it comes off as indecisive, which comes off as lacking confidence. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong to say no, because again, she could be mad unstable. You could be
he's doing the risk assessment.
Fully.
I agree.
But again, if that's how you feel,
same.
Hard no.
Hard no. I agree.
Give the hard no and walk away. A lot easier said than done. I will say that. A lot easier said than done. But if you're trying to do the thing, cool. You don't have to tell me twice.
Do the risk.
We go to the toilets right now, or we go to someone's yard right now.
Any final comments on this before we wrap up?
No, I'm good. I think everything's been said.
We got emails though.
Oh, no emails this week because I didn't even look, because I didn't know what was going to do this episode.
Oh man, we could have answered all those emails you had.
Guys, give us a time check on that one. This is behind you.
We have got.
How long have we been recording for?
1 hour 20 minutes.
See, already. So we're gonna cut. This has been a good episode.
Wild.
Ladies and
I've got
gentlemen.
bare editing to do, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Just Our Opinion, guys. But before we go, we're going to give out the social medias. So, Abdi, what's your social medias?
Holla Instagram, Abdi, ABDI, _rage, like in road rage.
I mean, Instagram, it's AM88NO.
Any other ones? That's it?
That's it, innit?
It's the baby.
I'm trying to get my followers up, baby.
Who does Snapchat anymore? Why should I bother?
A lot of man younger than us.
Instagram.
Snapchat is a young man's game, bro.
There's still Facebook.
Man's struggling to even understand the interface.
The filter game on that is stronger. But the layout...
I don't even know how to get a filter up, fam. That's how bad it is. Literally, some of my young team have shown me a couple things in that.
I know about a workshop for that. I'll let you know.
What's your social, bro?
Man, it's EMMILLIO _ for both Instagram and Twitter. And for my SoundCloud, it's EMMILLIO.
This has been Just Our Opinion, guys, episode 22. I think we're going to do this in 2 parts because I want to keep these episodes under an hour. I'm listening to your comments and people going, an hour's too long, blah, blah, blah. We've had so much fun, entertaining conversation. I think we will split this into 2. But this has been episode 22, Just Our Opinion, guys. Go follow me on YouTube, follow us on YouTube at JOOG space London, or Instagram is JOOG_London, episode 22. Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.